What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday Night Football, Packers and Lions. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Then head on over to Twitter, follow this guy right here, at Josh Engleman. Only place you get updates to my sim results as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage right over there, the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo. Get yourself a $25 instant match deposit bonus when you sign up. We're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with TJ Hawkinson, Jamal Williams, Mason Crosby, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and AJ Dillon on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, not much to say here. Jared Goff, he's 14,500, projected for 14.5 fantasy points in a matchup where he is an 11.5 point underdog with a 48.5 point total. They are the number 28 offense as per PFF, going up against the number 8 defense as per PFF. Not great. 7% chance of going for north of 25. Not great for Jared Goff. 15% chance to go for sub 10, which would be also not great, but that's what happens when you're on the Lions. 6% chance to be the optimal MVP, 36% chance to be the optimal flex play. He's still getting to 42%, even in a game where we have the Lions as massive underdogs. Jared Goff at 14,500 still shows up in an optimal lineup pretty close to 50% of the time. But if you're going to a Lion, and he's playing at least, I think it's a little bit easier to go to DeAndre Swift. He's 12K, but keep your eye on it. He is questionable. 12.7 fantasy point projection. Same not ideal matchup, obviously. 5.5% chance of going for north of 25. 5% chance of being the optimal MVP. But why you're going to Swift is the price tag. A 40% chance of being in the optimal flex spot. This makes him really good filler in most lineups. It makes it a little bit easier to go to Swift over Goff. So for right now, for me personally, if DeAndre Swift is playing tonight, he is my number 4 contender. Number 3, Davante Adams got priced up a little bit, knocked him down overall, but you're going to see him a little bit more in the MVP spot. 15K, projected for 18.2 fantasy points in an absolute dream matchup. The number 4 offense at PFF against the number 32. Yes, that's dead last defense at PFF. 24% chance to go for north of 25 fantasy points on FanDuel scoring, no less. There's a 28% likelihood that he is the optimal MVP. 31% at the flex. We just don't see him get into the flex spot enough because of the price tag. But either way, 59% of the time, Davante Adams is in an optimal. He's going to be one of my favorite MVP options, although I assume he's one of the favorite MVP options of a lot of people. Because of the $2,500 discount, Aaron Jones is my number 2 contender, projected for 17 fantasy points. If he scores early, he's got a chance to hang a monster today. 16% chance to go for north of 25, 16% chance to be the optimal MVP, but because of the $12,500 price tag, a 47% likelihood of being an optimal flex play. That's going to put him in an optimal lineup altogether 63% of the time, even more frequently than Davante Adams. When push comes to shove, salary matters a ton, and saving $2,500 on Aaron Jones just makes it so much easier to construct a high upside lineup. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Twitter.com/Josh Engleman. Click that follow button. It's the only place you're going to get updates to these sims as we get closer to lock. In the comment section underneath the video, you guys can let me know who your favorite and least favorite contenders are. And finally, once again, shout out to No House Advantage for sponsoring this video. As if there was any doubt who this was going to be, 16K Aaron Rodgers is at the top of the heap on FanDuel today. 21.4 fantasy point projection, a top 5 offense going up against the dead last defense, 11.5 point favorite. If Rodgers busts, it's going to be a hell of a day. 35% chance to go for north of 25 fantasy points. A 39% likelihood that he's the optimal MVP. That's what happens when the salary doesn't scale for the multiplier. 35% chance of being optimal in the flex spot. Overall, 75%. 3 out of every 4 times you play out this game, Aaron Rodgers is in the optimal lineup. No one's surprised. The Packers should beat the brakes off the Lions. They had an ugly week 1. They're coming ready to go. I think everybody has the same sort of thought process for this game. Maybe you need to get a little bit different and go to some Lions. I don't know if you're trying to be unique. It just doesn't feel like that day. Go to Aaron Rodgers, the #1 contender for today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders on FanDuel for Monday Night Football, Packers and Lions. There's a DraftKings version of this video around here somewhere. Go check it out. I'll have my updates later today. Good luck tonight, everybody. Hopefully you win some money. I will be back again on Thursday with another edition of the Contenders.